On December 6, 2025, in the bitter cold of Donetsk, fog shrouded all movement on the front lines. Amidst the silence, a Ukrainian squad suddenly approached the Russian trenches, initiating a close combat phase that lasted only a few seconds, but was enough to change the entire direction of the attack. At 6:58 a.m., a squad of 35 soldiers from the 47th Brigade began moving from a snow-covered forest just a few kilometers from the Russian defense line. Their mission was to infiltrate a complex system of trenches that the Russians had spent months establishing. At high altitude, the Leleka 100 reconnaissance drone was deployed in parallel. Infrared data from the drone quickly detected unusual activity in the Russian defense zone. A group of Russian soldiers was reinforcing the secondary trench line while also setting up a new observation point at the northern end. There, Ukrainian commanders immediately understood the crucial point. The night shift had just ended, and the northern guard post was understaffed. This was a rare opening. An important decision was made quickly. The force was divided into two prongs. One prong would create a distraction from afar. The other prong would advance straight into the main trench section, where, if captured, the entire defense system would be shaken. When the distance was only 15 meters, the Ukrainian group chose the exact position marked by the drone. A quick movement. The grenade pin was pulled. The first grenade flew into the observation area ahead. There was a dry explosion, and a white light flashed through the fog. In less than a minute, the next series of grenades was thrown into the corner that Russian soldiers considered a key point in their defense. "7:15 a.m. To neutralize the enemy's initial reaction at a critical L-shaped corner, the Ukrainian squad used M84 stun grenades. This device releases extremely intense light and deafening sound, instantly disrupting sensory orientation. Data from the Leleka 100 drone confirmed that Russian soldiers took several seconds to reorient, an extremely short but life-or-death interval in close combat. Immediately, the Ukrainian team moved in a tight vertical formation, maximizing effectiveness in the corridor less than a meter wide. Three key members performed three crucial roles. The leader was responsible for opening angles and responding to fire. The middle member protected the flanks by monitoring secondary directions. And the rear member acted as a rearguard, guarding against enemy attacks from behind or from trenches hidden from the drone's view. This structure ensured mobility and divided responsibility for controlling all blind spots. Meanwhile, the drone's infrared camera continues to function as a secondary observation eye, continuously providing movement data, especially at blind spots. Abnormal thermal signals are transmitted directly to the commander's terminal, allowing them to adjust the advance and avoid areas suspected of ambushes. In just a few minutes of close-range combat, Ukraine completely took control of the central trench, considered the nerve center of the entire defense system. at 7:22 a.m.
Immediately after securing the central trench, Ukrainian forces quickly moved to consolidate their position and establish supporting fire. A fire team was deployed at a strategic high point to the west, which offered a panoramic view of the direction from which the enemy could potentially send reinforcements. There, PKM machine guns continuously fired short bursts at regular intervals.
The goal was to lock down the advance of Russian units, forcing them to maintain their distance and preventing them from approaching the trenches to support their stranded comrades. At the same time, to counter the threat of Russian heavy vehicles entering the area, a soldier equipped with an anti-tank rifle was stationed at a key position. Although there were no clear signs of Russian armored vehicle deployment, this preparation demonstrated the Ukrainian army's principle of flexible and ready defense. Parallel to ground firepower, surveillance forces continue to be maintained. Low-altitude FPV drones are launched to monitor secondary trenches and expand the scope of reconnaissance of enemy activities. Shortly after Ukraine consolidated its position, Russia immediately launched a counterattack from the rear line with Grad rocket artillery. However, because Ukrainian assault forces were closely following and tightly controlling the trenches, the Grad's trajectory and range were not effective, causing most of the shells to fall far from the main combat zone. While the shelling was ongoing, Russia continued to apply pressure by deploying Ka-52 attack helicopters. When the Ka-52 appeared at low altitude to find a firing position, a Ukrainian FPV drone was launched with the mission of intercepting it. This FPV flew straight into the sensor cluster under the helicopter's belly, an extremely sensitive location in the positioning and target tracking system. The collision forced the Ka-52 to quickly leave the area to avoid the risk of complete loss of control, ending the aerial threat. Immediately afterwards, Russia continued to use Lancet UAVs to neutralize Ukrainian equipment and formations in the trenches. However, the Ukrainian forces' rapid response capability was demonstrated when another FPV was immediately deployed to intercept the Lancet. The two drones collided directly in the air, neutralizing the Lancet before it could reach its intended target. At 7:44 a.m.
As Russian support efforts were repeatedly broken on all fronts, their defensive line collapsed beyond repair. Their complex trench system quickly became a deadly trap. Completely isolated and without a solid support line, Russian soldiers were forced to flee or surrender in mass. In less than an hour of fighting, the Ukrainian 47th Brigade officially took control of the entire target.
It was a landslide victory in terms of casualties. Russia lost about 14 soldiers killed and more than 40 captured, while Ukraine suffered only a few minor injuries. This result far exceeded expectations, as a small attacking force neutralized a fortified defense system. Immediately afterwards,
Ukrainian engineers were deployed to the scene to consolidate positions, reinforce trenches, and place obstacles, turning the newly captured trenches into a new line of defense.
What made this battle remarkable was the new combat model, the seamless coordination between surprise close-range assault, exploitation of tactical gaps, and synchronization between infantry, UAVs, and supporting firepower. The victory clearly demonstrated that in modern warfare, where long-range observation capabilities are strong, real-time information is the decisive tactical factor. On the international stage, this successful raid created a favorable strategic context.
Recent surveys show that Americans increasingly support increased military aid, including long-range systems such as Tomahawk cruise missiles. Small but effective victories, like the one in Donetsk, become compelling evidence of Ukraine's ability to effectively use advanced equipment. As the smoke cleared, silence enveloped the trenches. Ukrainian soldiers stood amid their newly captured target, their bodies covered in dust, but their eyes shining with an unmistakable pride in victory. The lightning-fast battle, lasting less than an hour, had yielded a costly strategic advance. In the dim light of night, a Ukrainian flag was solemnly raised, marking control and becoming a symbol of the 47th Brigade's achievement. This victory affirmed that decisive successes are forged from extraordinary courage and perfect coordination, bringing hope and value to every effort on the battlefield. Glory to Ukraine.